Hello, today's class, we're going to start off standing and we're going to use our strap. So let's go ahead and get on the mat. We're going to put the strap down to get started, but we'll use it in just a minute. So let's situate our feet straight under our hips. Kind of tap your heels down. And it's going to line your heels up in between your big toes, your little toes. And then you can lift your toes and you want to feel a balance between the balls of the feet and the heels. That realigns your center of balance all the way up your body. And then put your toes down. And then squeeze your glutes. Bring your stomach in, lift your heart center, drop your shoulder blades. So your feet are pressing, your head is lifting. And we say the energy is moving up the front of the body and down the back of the body. So let's focus on the breath to transition into our practice today. And as you breathe in from your toes to the top of your head, up the front of the body, and then exhale down the back of the body from the head to the heels. So the inhale is lifting and opening, and the exhale is rooting and grounding. So all the time, there's opposites in yoga that creates balance in our body. The mountain pose, the art of standing still, feeling centered and aligned with focus and concentration. The next time you breathe out, focus on lengthening your exhale and see if you can feel the muscles in your lower abdomen engaging. Now let's wiggle out our legs from standing. We'll start moving the spine in all four directions. So gentle twisting now, side to side. You can leave your feet flat on the floor. You can lift one heel, twist around. So listen to your body. There's always a lot of options for everything we do. This is twisting for our spine, but we're also creating movement in our ankle joints, our knee joints, and hip sockets. Just keep twisting, starting to stretch out those tendons and ligaments. You might even hear some popping along the way, things opening up. Let's lift our elbows. And then bring your arms on up above your head. Bend your arms, relax your wrist. It's a great way to start your day. And then bring your arms down, give your back a pat. When you first get out of bed in the morning, this is a great thing to do. And if you've been sitting in your chair for a long time, when you get up, reset your body with a good spinal twist. So bend your knees again. Now we're going to do side to side bending for our spine. So leave one hand down, reach the other arm up, lifting. Stretch those ribs up out of your waistline. Lower that arm, switch. So reaching your hands now in opposite directions and then switch. So keep switching. While you're reaching, breathe in, and then breathe all that breath out. Do that a couple of times for each side. The inhale is creating space in your body. The exhale is relaxing you deeper into that space. And then bring your arms down. Wiggle out your legs again. So we've done twisting, we've done side to side bending. Now we do forward backward bending. So let's open our thumbs, open our heart center, look up, arch your spine, and then round your body forward. Pull your spine back. Good. And then it's breathe in, open up. That's the back bending side. And then breathe out. Round your spine back. That's the forward bending side. So keep going. This time when you're forward, you go ahead and drop down into a forward bend. So bend your knees. Round, you might wiggle your head and your neck and your shoulders. You might sway your hips side to side. I want you to always be looking for ways that would help you to move. You can lift one heel and then your other heel. Now try bending your legs, putting your arms on your thighs and pulling your chest forward. Maybe your back will pop because you're creating length in your spine. Now, see if you can straighten your legs a little and drop your head. Now, add your deep breathing. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in. And let it go. And do that again and really focus on the end of the exhale. And now we'll stand up. So bend your legs a lot. Push with your legs. Breathe in, reach up, and close a pose. So now we warmed up by moving our spine, twisting, side to side bending, forward bending, and back bending. If you can do those things every day, then you will have a happy spine. Now let's get our strap. Widen your legs. We're going to work our shoulders now. So bring your arms up. Keep your elbows soft and then float your arms back down. Keep going. Breathe in when you lift. If you want to deepen the stretch, look up, arch your spine a little, and then breathe out and drop down. You could bend your knees a little bit so you don't strain your lower back. Keep going. Breathe in when we do back bending. Good. Now, next time your arms are up there, we're going to do side to side bending. So just easy to the side. Kind of squeeze your glutes now to stabilize your back. More time for the other side, and then lower your arms. Good job. Bend your knees. Now you need to lengthen your strap a little and bring your arms above your head. Nope. Bring your arms straight out. Now lift one arm and circle behind your head. And then lower that hand and lift. So now make a circle. Keep pulling tight on your strap. Soften your knees. Bend your elbows if you need to. A big rotation in your upper back and shoulder sockets. One more time, and then reverse your circle. So lift back up the other way and circle around. One more time. Good. Wiggle out your legs again. Now we're going to do a really deep stretch. You bring your arms above your head and then pull one elbow behind your head. Stretch your spine, stretch your strap, bend your knees, tuck your hips under. And then you come up and you switch. So try to see if you can get your elbow behind your head. Don't really push your head forward to make room for your elbow. Ideally, your head's right on top of your shoulders. One more time for the other side. Good. And then lower your strap. Lift your knees. Now let's do a twist just to reset our spine. All through the day, you can reset your spine just by doing this. All you have to do is take the time to do it. And that's funny to say, but it's true. We all know that would be so simple, but we just don't take the time to do it. But I am encouraging you to do that. So now bring your strap behind your back. Bend your knees. Now make your hands as wide as they need to be for your arms to be straight. Bend your knees, have a straight spine. And now squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine, lift your arms. And then round your shoulders back, lower your arms. Pull on your strap and lift. Flatten your shoulder blades on your back. And then release. Back and down. Really push your stomach into your spine, support your back with the strength of your abs. And now let go of your strap with one hand, and we're going to do another forward bend. So just drape over, pause in your forward bend, breathe. Like resting your arms on your thighs, then do that. There's a lot of things you can do while you're relaxing in your forward bend. If you think it's relaxing, not everybody does. But we want to take the strain out of the hamstrings, back of the knee, even in along the spine. So something you could do in your forward bend while you're there is just to bend your knees a lot, kind of go into a squat. And then lift your knees and drop your head. The little teeter-totter move. It's really great for your ankles and knees. Helps you kind of stretch out the back of your body. And the other thing you can do, you can't see my feet, but is lift one heel and then lift your other heel. You might need to put your hands on the block if you can't touch the floor. But that's a good workout for your feet and ankles and knees. And then stand up again. You can leave your strap down there. Breathe in, bring your arms up, and close the pose. Good job. And swing your arms up. Okay. Let's do 2 moon salutes and then we'll get in our warrior poses. So inhale the arms up. Exhale to one side. Inhale in the middle, exhale over, inhale in the middle, exhale into goddess pose, feet are outward, inhale, star pose, feet are forward, exhale to the side, inhale, star pose, exhale, side stretch, inhale, star pose, exhale, straddle fold, hand to opposite foot, inhale up, exhale over, inhale up, exhale back to goddess pose, inhale star pose, exhale close the pose, inhale arms up, exhale over, keep going. Every time you move, you breathe. Goddess pose, breathe out. Star pose. Squeeze your glutes. Moving your body again in all directions. Straddle fold. Push with your legs to stand up. Use the power of your legs, engage your core. Back to goddess pose. Star pose. Close the pose. Good job. Now warrior one. Feet apart front to back. Bend your front leg. Just drop your hips straight down. Your hips are straight ahead. Shoulders are straight ahead. Squeeze your glutes. Float your arms out. Now we've been using light weights in our yoga. classes. So if you want to get your 1 pound weights, maybe 2 pounds, I wouldn't go more than 2 pounds. It's not a weightlifting class. Now, if this bothers your back because it's a back bending pose, you could lean your shoulders forward some. But when we hold the pose, we feel our stillness. And when we have a steady gaze, that's our focus and concentration. And then bring your arms down. Honor your effort. Bring your feet together. Do a little twist. And then we'll step the other foot back. So step that leg back. Our legs are in line with our hips. The back foot's at a little angle. Front foot straight ahead. Knee is in between your big toe and little toe. Float your arms up. So lift your heart center. The back bending pose, drop your shoulders. Rotate your little fingers toward each other. Lift your little fingers and breathe. Get on the floor, that sense of touch. You want to be equally weighted between your legs. And then lower your arms and step your feet together. And since that was back bending, we do a forward bend. So you can have a forward bend resting your hands above your knees, dropping your arms under your thighs, dangling your arms, clasping your elbows. Play around with your practice. And now stand up again. Breathe in as you stand up. Big stretch up. And close the pose. Now we'll get into our warrior two. I'm going to go ahead and get my weights. Just to demonstrate, these are 1 pound weights. Widen your feet. Bend your front leg a little. And you just want to sit your hips straight down to the floor. Float your arms out. Now if you'll bend your elbows a little, it'll help you bring your shoulders down. You can stretch your arms out, but don't lock your elbows. Squeeze your glutes. Bring your stomach in. Now lower your back arm, lift your front arm, it's reverse warrior. Your arms are reaching in opposite directions. That top arm's lifting, the bottom arm's reaching down. Now reach the front arm forward. When you can't reach anymore, you drop your arm down, bring your top arm now up. My arm's inside my knee pressing against my arm, creating resistance there, and breathe. Extended side stretch, and then move back to warrior two, and then close the pose. Step your feet in, lift your knees, whatever it is here. There's a lot of reset poses between the poses that you can do to get your body back together and then go again. So widen your feet, pivot your other foot out, bend your knee, turn your shoulders to the long side of your mat, float your arms up. Expand from the center of your chest out your fingertips. Push evenly with your feet. Anchor down the back of the body. Lift up the front of the body. And breathe. The 1 pound weights will start to talk to you. Lower your back arm, lift your front arm, lifting. Those ribs up out of your waistline. but there shouldn't have been any shift of weight between your legs. They're rock solid the way they are. And then reaching forward, dropping that arm down, bringing the other arm up. It could either be straight up in the air, it could be reaching past your ear. Then back to warrior two. Close the pose. Bring your feet in. Good job. Let's put our weights down. And then for a quad stretch, I'm going to hold on to my wall right here. You can pull that knee in and grab your shin. And then drop your knee down. Squeeze that foot towards your hip. And then to deepen this, push your hip forward. Pull your knee back. I would soften your knee on your standing leg. Breathe. This is its own pose. It's called standing bow pose. You pull your knee back. You reach your arm forward. It's another back bending pose. I just wanted to use it to stretch out the front of the thigh. So if you need to have support, grab a chair, go to the wall. I think the easiest way to do this is pull your knee up and then drop your knee down. Push your hips forward, tighten your glutes. Push your hips forward. Good job. Drop that leg down. Good. And now let's do one more balancing pose. So you might need the wall. We'll give it a go without the wall. You're going to lift one knee, tap your toe forward, lift and tap, and lift and tap. One more time. Lift and tap. Now you tap to the side. Keep your body straight up and just pull that foot behind and then bring it forward again. And tap to the side and back and forward. You can bend your standing knee. I call that a shock absorber. One more time. Where'd my balance go? Feet together. Did your leg get tired over there? Mine did. Wiggle out that leg. And then we'll do that for the other side. I think I'll use the wall. So lift and tap 4 times. Lift, tap. Remember, you can bend that knee on your standing leg. And tap to the side, tap to the back, and forward. Side, back, forward, side, back. One more time. Good. Shake out that standing leg, and now we'll sit down. Take your time. Need a drink of water. Take time for a drink of water. Go ahead and stretch your legs out. Start to circle around your legs. And you might let your knees pop up as you circle around. Just notice what you feel. Is there a tug in your lower back? Is there a tug behind your knees? Reverse your circle. It's just a stretch to transition us back to the floor. And then stay in the middle. Now bring your legs forward and bend up one knee. This is a seated twist. Cross that leg over. That straight leg could stay straight, or you could kind of sit on your heel, sit up tall. Now move your pivot towards your top leg. Pull your chest forward. Drop your shoulders. And now focus on your breathing, your ribs expanding and contracting. So your breath is moving you in and out of your twist here. And move back to the front, leave your legs the way they are. Just very slightly lean forward. Try not to round your upper back, but keep pulling your chest forward. That's the deeper stretch. We also don't want our head to drop down in front of our shoulders. That strains our neck, upper back, and our neck and shoulders. So pull your head back over your shoulders and move all in one piece as you do that forward bend. We'll switch our legs. So if you have your bottom leg straight, make sure your foot is straight up and down, and then pivot towards your top leg. Really sit up tall. And if you need to make your hand move farther behind you so you can keep your spine straight, that's a good modification. The closer your hand is to your back, the more it supports your back. Ribs expanding out to the side when you breathe in. Maybe pause at the end of the inhale. And then when you breathe out, pull a little bit deeper into your twist. Come back in the front, leave your legs how they are. Just barely lean forward. Where do you feel this? Now we're going to pivot around and lay down on our back. So when you first lay down, give your knees a hug and rock side to side. Now make knee circles. Feel rolling around your lower back. Does any place in that circle bother you? If it does, you could slow down, maybe rock forward and back in that certain spot. Now reverse your circle. Now give one knee a hug, stretch your other leg out on the floor. Relax the back of your shoulders, open the front of your chest. You can move your feet around if you want to. You're hugging that thigh towards your colon, your intestines, that massages your internal organs. And then switch. I'll switch a couple of times. Now start pressing your spine toward the floor when you switch. And if you want a little bit of a challenge, just leave your knee over your hip and your foot parallel to the floor, and leave your other leg a little higher, and then switch. Try to keep your spine steady. You're building core strength when you do this. Also, you feel the weight of your legs. The strength in the legs supports the knees and the hips. Support that, and all that together supports our spine and our posture. And now drop your feet down. Now it's just a small pelvic tilt. So press your spine down, your hips tilt up, and then press your tailbone down your lower back arches. And then don't push off with your shoulders or your feet. Don't tighten your glutes. This is all working with your core strength. Just rocking your hips forward and back. Don't let your shoulders round forward. Now this time we are going to push with our feet and tighten our glutes. Bring your arms down beside you. So squeeze your glutes, lift your hips, and then roll your spine back down. Keep going, lift and lower. This time when you lift, bring your arms all the way above your head. And then come back down. And do that again. One more time. Good. Now lift your knees above your hips, your feet parallel to the floor. Press your spine into the floor. Bring your arms straight up over your shoulders. Now straighten one leg and the opposite arm above your head. And back in the middle and switch. Keep switching. Keep pressing your stomach toward your spine and your spine toward the floor. One more time. Give your knees a hug. Rock side to side. Little circles with your knees. Now lift your legs up in the air for a minute. You can put your hands under your hips. You can put your block under your hips. This is inverted. You can turn around and put your legs up on the wall. Or drop your legs over a piece of furniture. But bend your knees in toward your stomach. And that'll help you not strain your stomach or your back to keep your legs up. So this is inverted, our legs and our hips just a little higher than our heart. Helps, gravity helps that blood flow come back through our pelvis, toward our heart and toward our brain. When you're ready, you can drop your feet down. But if you want to, stay there the whole time. Oh, you know what? We need to do a spiral twist. So put your feet on the floor. One more time. Spinal twisting at the end of our practice restores equilibrium throughout our body. And it resets our body. So go ahead. Move your knees side to side. And the other thing we've been doing different is put your feet and knees together. And when you drop your knees down, then it feels, you use your bottom leg to push your knees back in the middle. And then move over to the other side and use that bottom leg and push the knees up. And that way it's strengthening that inner thigh muscle. And if you wanted more of a challenge, then you could bring your knees over your hips and then do that same thing. But you want to keep your back shoulder blade on the floor. So only lower your knees as much as you can and keep your shoulder blades on the floor. It's really good for your waistline. And then drop your feet down. Now go ahead and stretch out for a relaxation. Relax your arms alongside your body. You might point and flex your feet again. Stretch out your fingers. Roll your head side to side. Just feel your point of contact to the floor, to your mat. And let your breathing be easy. Don't try to regulate your breath now. It's called watching your breath. You're just going to have a feeling of letting go and being supported by the earth. We're moving down the back of the body. We feel anchored and rooted and supported. So allow the back of your body from your head to your heels, all the way down the back of your arms to your fingers. Release into the energy of the earth. And in turn, receive the energy of the earth. Feel grounded and rooted and supported so you can let go. Feel safe because you're completely supported by the earth. Just have a sigh of relief breath. Think of layers and layers of letting go in your body. Might be the same place over and over, letting go. Feel the front of the body relaxing toward the back of the body. Imagine heaven's energy is just laying over you like a blanket. And you're divinely guided with heaven's energy above you, the earth's energy below you. This is real. Think of the energies of the sky and the heavens that support life, the sunshine, the rain, the energy of the earth that brings forth new growth and life and our food supply. When we slow down and remember these things, then we're benefiting and accessing that energy. Feel layers and layers of letting go in your body. Front of the body, relaxing toward the back of the body. Back of the body, relaxing into the earth. Layers and layers of letting go. Allow your thoughts to come and go. If your mind is busy, acknowledge a busy mind. Find the space between your thoughts. Pause there. Be in the space. Take a nice big sigh of relief breath and let it go out your mouth. Squeeze that breath out of your body and then do that again, a nice long inhale. Let it go. Start to bring movement back into your body. Awareness into the space around you and sounds around you. Maybe give your knees a hug or rock your knees side to side, spinal twist. And take your time and roll over on your side, pause on your side. And as you feel ready to come back to sitting, honoring your practice today and our time together. Namaste.